Hi everyone, this is Naomi Denmother of EQ2 Traders Corner with a very quick, very sloppy version of a look through at the Scorched Sky items that are new for this year. They will be available from June 26, 2019 through July 8, 2019. Everything except for the first two items that I will be showing you are all new buyables. Details on costs, how to obtain them, which zones they're from, and so forth will be in the article that is linked to this video. And here we go. And I do apologize. It will be sloppy. I am not doing a 10-3 take on it. I am out of time. I had been waiting on some changed artwork and I let time get away from me and I'm out of time now. So we will do this very quickly. First thing, there's one new quest this year. It is called The Heat is On. It is in Dark Light Woods in the encampment there. It is a very simple little quest. You will just have to scamper around, get some eggs and so forth. And these are your two rewards. You have a plushie and his eggs. And those are your two choices. You will have to choose between them, but again, that's what alts are for. Both of them are rather dark. Both of them do have some smoke coming off them. They don't size anything exotically. They do get reasonably decent sized, but I'm not going to fuss with them a lot. They do have collision. You're not going to walk through those. And that's it for the quest rewards. This is a new event from last year, so it's 2 years old now. So we're not going to see a lot of depth here because it is still new. They have to have room to grow. Each year there will be more to the event and so forth. Pretty standard for a new event to start out quietly and then grow and grow and grow. Next we have our cracked lava set, and these are a full set. And the prices are, just let me get it here. It's 2 coins per for the tiles. For the cutouts, it's 8 in a set. For the rest of the tile set, the basic block set, it is 15 in a pack. So if you buy like the tall divider of cracked lava here, you would end up with 15 tall dividers of cracked lava and so forth. So that's kind of nice that they did that pricing and they did it in bundle packs. It does make it harder to preview them while they're on the vendor though. You got to go through some extra click-throughs in order to preview them there because they are in a pack. And that is how packs are handled. So it's a full set. No animation, no fanciness there. Resizing is normal and so forth, so I'm not going to do a lot with it. Next we have our adorable little magma snail. He doesn't have a lot as far as options. Let me wake him up so you can see. Look here, attack, play dead, punish, stay, taunt. Nothing too fancy. He does stay nicely. Thankfully, he's a very obedient little snail. And I do adore these snails. I really do love the fact that they did so many different elemental snails this time along. Next, we have a full outfit. Well, as full as it's going to be, I should say. And it is both a collar and a hood. That's why I've got the two mannequins here. The robes, gloves. The boots are kind of just black and white stripes, so they can go with other pieces of gear as well. It is an heirloom set. The crate is heirloom. The items within it are heirloom. So if you buy it on the wrong person, you can always pass it over. And it does have some nice flame effects coming off the shoulders there and some flame effects in the various pieces as well, so that's kind of nice. Then we have a summoned Pyrometon plushie. He's a reasonable size for a plushie. Gets to be about that size, so relatively small. He can get rather big too. I mean, I'm a tall high elf, so that gives you a good idea of sizing. He'd make a really good guardian or something. I'm just going to leave him like that too. Now we come to the Pyre Lord set, which is 4 pieces, these 4 pieces here. I wanted to especially show you this chair because you see it's got this nice translucent bit in the back with two more solid looking pieces. Unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on what you think, the back is all translucent. So it's like those side pieces are a one-way mirror. That is just something to be aware of. It's not a huge design changer unless, you're putting it in the center of a room or something. So you will have to decide whether that's something that bothers you or not. We caught it, but it was too late to do anything about it art-wise without totally changing the chair. And if you totally changed the chair, then it wouldn't have matched the rest of the set, which also has translucent bits. So then you have your Pyre Lord side table, your Pyre Lord treasure chest, and then with lots less fanciness to it, the Pyre Lord fire pit. And I came to the back here just because I want to plop up on top of them. They have pretty standard collision. I'm not going to table dance. I'm not that sort of redhead. Next we have the Crystal Embernaut plushie. As you can see, he's got some nice little lava bits going there. He can get reasonable size. And he can get pretty tiny too. I didn't do sizing on these, but they're pretty standard. It is solid. You cannot walk under the legs there. You'd have to, do placement tricks if you used this enlarged. You would have to do placement tricks to get anything underneath that table. We have an ember root, which is just a root. Nothing too fancy there, just something to add to your decorating collection. It can get rather big, and it lets you go underneath it, and it is solid. You can try climb on it. I'm not in a house that allows flying, or else I'd plop up on top of it. The Doomfire dais. As you can see, it's got some nice molten effect underneath. I'm going to do this so you can see the back. That is what the back looks like. And it is solid. So the underside is solid. It gives you a different surface to play with. Now, for the one that's the main reason why I delayed this, it is the flame bridge. It was traveling a lot faster as far as those flames. It was like on speed, and we feedbacked it. And that has made it change. As you can see, most likely, if you're looking carefully, it's like there's layers and layers and layers, and it's kind of like cracked from all the heat and so forth on the edges. So when you're doing something with it, you might want to overlap the edges or something like that. But they did slow it down considerably, which we really liked. This is the default size. And right now, on test at least, it does not want to resize, period. And that is likely, it does want to get bigger, it just did not want to get smaller. Bigger is much bigger. And it does it much more diffused, so it's just like flames everywhere. Let's see if I can get it considerably smaller here. So the default size is the smallest it goes right now. I do not know how or if this is going to change more. It's been tweaked so much already, and art pushes are not done as often as normal patches. They take some extra contortions. I do not know whether we're getting more on this or not before tomorrow when this goes live. but it is a nice batch of flame, and it does give you some things that obviously as it gets bigger and it diffuses more, it could be used as an effect in an area. And that brings us to the next point. It is solid from the top. I've tilted this one in advance, so it is very solid. It has collision. It does not have collision from the back. So if you need to do something where you want them to walk through an area that is all flaming like that, you want to flip it so that you've got the underside. If you want something that's solid that people can walk on, you use the top. It gives you some sort of the best of both worlds, since you can see the flames from both sides no matter what. It does give you a few more options. The sizing may be an issue for some people, but for other people it's going to be great because it can cover a very large area. As you saw when I started enlarging it, it covered a good chunk of this skiff. So there you go. That's the down and dirty bit. I hope you're not doing a drinking game where you drink every time I say because by now you're plastered. This is Naomi Denmother from EQ2.EQTraders.com signing off with yet another really sloppy video from me, but well, I will get better with time.